Imagine you are facing a critical machine stoppage on the factory floor, and the clock is ticking. You know the problem likely involves the Programmable Logic Controller, or PLC, but where do you even begin to untangle the wires and signals? Interpreting PLC wiring diagrams and manuals requires a systematic approach, starting with understanding fundamental symbols, followed by tracing power, inputs, and outputs, and finally cross-referencing with other documentation. This methodical process helps you quickly pinpoint issues and restore operations. The core reason PLC diagrams are structured in a particular way is to provide a standardized visual language for complex electrical systems. This standardization ensures that engineers and technicians across different sites or companies can universally understand how a PLC interfaces with its field devices, making troubleshooting and maintenance efficient and accurate. To begin, always locate the diagram's legend or symbol key, which defines each component. Next, identify the main power supply and grounding connections, often at the top or left of the drawing. Then, trace the input modules, noting how field devices such as sensors and switches connect to specific input terminals. Afterwards, examine the output modules, observing the connections to actuators like motors and indicator lights, paying close attention to their unique addressing schemes. Finally, verify internal wiring between different PLC modules or racks if your system has a distributed architecture. A useful tip is to differentiate between hardware wiring diagrams and ladder logic programs, which are often separate but complementary. While the wiring diagram shows physical connections, the ladder logic illustrates the control logic. Also, always check the diagram's revision number. Older manuals might not reflected recent modifications to the system. Understanding these distinctions significantly boosts your diagnostic capabilities. By mastering the interpretation of these wiring diagrams, you are not just reading a drawing. You are unlocking the operational language of your industrial machinery. This proficiency reduces diagnostic time, minimizes costly downtime, and ultimately enhances overall plant safety and productivity, transforming you into a more effective automation professional.
If you love exploring industrial tech, like, subscribe, and keep innovating with us.